Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Will the Thrill Levine coming at you with a live replay of Walkout FC 18 just over this past weekend. It was a card that was kind of derailed a little bit by injury, some strange things, some really rough situations. But what's really cool about that is sometimes you have a card that it doesn't pan out the way you think. You lose a lot of really good fights, and then the fight card is full of action. You have some newer fighters that come in and really put on a show. That's exactly what we had over this last weekend at the Expo Center in Springfield. We are going to bring you some fights. We're going to come into the middle of the first round between Travis Jordan and Giovanni Moran, and then the whole fight card is going to play from there. We appreciate you watching. Like and share this, but let's get to the action and let's see how good this fight card was.
Good head movement.
Let's go feed and return, just like we were working.
Beautiful.
There it is. Hey, both sides. Yeah.
Winning this round, Bonnie. Beautiful.
Both sides. Let's go. Keep on the cage.
Good counter, Vaughn. Halfway there to the round. Good head movement. Good footwork.
Oh, in the middle. Get off that cage.
Beautiful head movement, Bonnie.
To the middle. Yes, sir. Stay in the middle.
So Giovanni's doing a really good job.
Follow. Hey, find the space. Pressure.
Way to pick your shots, Bonnie. Way to be smart. You win in the round. He's getting tired. His hands are falling.
2 minutes.
Yeah, he landed a really sharp shot there.
Use the hands. Set up the kicks.
There, perfect. Keep your base.
When Jordan kind of lunges in, he's not keeping his feet aligned.
There it is. It's done. Let's go.
It's kind of easy to get
45
knocked down
seconds.
whenever you get your feet together there and you get hit. That's kind of what happened earlier. He didn't get that hard, but his feet right next to each other. So.
Yeah, for feet work's not right, the rest of it's right. That's for sure. He's
30 seconds.
Left side, Bonnie. Your left side. No, back to your stance.
Jordan's actually, he actually
good footwork,
Bonnie left, 15 seconds, Bonnie, 15 seconds. Let's get takedown.
Snapping at the punch.
Hard
shot, make sure he wins the round.
Good finish, Bonnie.
Yeah, absolutely. This led you to the first round. It's time to commit.
That was really weird. Bonnie's mouthpiece came out. He stopped. He kind of got up, saw it, picked up his mouth, and got back down and started going.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was there.
Box run.
Travis Jordan was very happy about
Box run.
We're talking about it. Back to
Let's do it for Green Girls.
Giovanni definitely won that round in my view. And Jordan obviously was hurt there for a moment, and Giovanni got a big takedown in the end as well. Yeah, that round definitely goes to Giovanni.
Yeah, Jordan just not looking real sharp with striking. So he needs to be in this round, and you gotta keep your stance. You gotta keep the chin down. You don't want those shoulders to come back because you're not going to need power. You stay forward and you throw through your strikes.
Absolutely.
All right, Jay, let's fight.
On top. Finish it.
Pick your shots. Stop.
Excited about his first victory in the cage. Jeff, he came out, as you said, Jordan tried to take him down and wanted to reverse really quick, and what happened after that? Just solid ground and pound there. There were a lot of punches thrown really fast. It's hard to defend as many punches as raining down on top of you if you're on your back like that. One thing I'll say is, with that takedown, when you get the takedown, the most important part is keeping a dominant base and not getting the first swing. It's a good fight by Sean. Improving record to 1-2. 12 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight was stopped in 12 seconds of round number 2 for your winner by TKO, Giovanni!
Go, buddy!
Comes up. Oh yeah, I think he's gonna be pumped up on that victory all night long. Nothing wrong with that. All right, back to the cage. Cage announcer, the Riz.
Not a bad way to start tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get straight into the next fight. First, fight out of the blue corner. He's making his debut here tonight. He stands at an even 6 feet tall, weighing 175 pounds. He is fighting out of Fayetteville, Arkansas for Inferno MMA. He is Matthew the King Carter!
Oh shit, my mouthpiece fell out. As he still takes his mouthpiece up, sticks it back in, and continues to fire. Yeah. And the other kid said, well, he passed the count.
We've got this
We're
week's
back to where he was.
fight. We've got two big fighters.
Yeah, and you know, we get fighter info cards before everyone fights allowed to stay. Both of these guys' goal is not to be able to fight longer and this is the first step to decided look at that here in the cage. I wouldn't.
And now, for his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he also makes his debut here tonight. He stands at an even 6 feet tall, weighing 175 pounds. He is fighting out of Cassville, Missouri, for RWTV and Springfield Fight Club. He is Logan Tolbert!
The first thing I think about when Logan steps in the cage here is the Tolberts just have a really good DNA gene pool.
That they do. That they do. Yeah, I definitely say God has blessed this entire family with a good gene here. You can tell that Logan is Cal's son. That's for sure.
Definitely. And you were talking about the fight cards. Logan's favorite fighter, surprisingly, is Cal 300.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you mentioned, both these guys debut, but they both look extremely calm and comfortable.
They do. I like the looks in their face here. You can tell that there's a goal, and they're both focused on getting this fight won. Here we go. Logan comes out throwing first.
Nice head movement by Logan. He missed quite a few shots in a row there just by a little bit of head movement.
Yeah.
Oh, ducks another punch. Yeah. He needs to not give up his back here when he's going for this. Nice. Oh.
Takedown in reversal. A little bit of a dogfight here.
Little scramble. Got a scramble.
Logan's
Logan's just a pressure guy here.
Oh my
throwing
gosh.
every opportunity he's got.
Somebody's going to get tired.
Got to watch out for this guillotine here.
Oh. That's a
that's
little
deep.
tight. That's tight.
That is tight.
He needs to fight the wrists. Oh,
Oh,
he's
he
out.
breaks out.
But he falls into mount.
Curious
Yeah.
to see if he can keep this composure here. Going for a rear naked choke, it looks like. Matthews' corner's telling him to break him down with his hooks, so control this position before he goes for that choke. And Logan's out the back door.
Escapes out the back door. Uh-oh.
Looking for a suplex.
Now, hey, that's a really smart move. You don't use a bunch of energy, and he had the back there for a second. Is he going to maintain position? Oh, yeah.
Crawls right into guard.
So not bad. You don't blow a lot of energy there to get a takedown that you might not do much with. So
Absolutely. It looks like he's landing a few here up against the cage. Landing some good shots.
he needs to watch out. Tolbert needs to watch out for that armbar. And he looks safe now.
There's some shots there definitely landing.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Carter's in trouble.
1 minute, Matthew. 1 minute.
He needs to move his hips.
Control, Matthew.
Yeah, these guys both expended a lot of energy the first 2 minutes of this round.
Keep coming up to us. You got 45 seconds. Hold his posture, Matthew. Watch those fingers. Hold his posture. If he gets too high, kick him off.
And Carter's doing a decent job of defending himself. He's taking some shots, but he's still in the fight. I say that as Tolbert lands more shots.
Matthews Carter's got a really big mouse under his eye there.
He does. I'm really impressed with the pressure that Logan's putting on Matthew Carter right now, and just consistent pressure.
Wild scramble to start the first minute of the fight, and then
This could
Tolbert.
end right here, right at the very end.
Could be
The
it.
ref's looking. There's the bell.
Wow.
There's going to be a round 2.
Good first round.
Tolbert's got that hair
Very
going
impressed by,
everywhere.
yeah.
Tolbert, Carter, he's a little wobbly to the corner there.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing in Logan. I don't know if maybe he just tripped a little, but there was a little stumble there. He does look a little bit winded in his corner, but it doesn't look like it's anything he's not going to be able to overcome.
So, from my perspective, 2 debut fighters, both these guys, came out, high energy, scrappy, great scrambles between both of them. Exciting first 2 minutes. And then obviously there at the end, Tolbert got position and got a lot of ground and pound in that last 45 seconds of round number 1, which maybe gave him the edge of the round.
Yeah, I would say so. That last 30 seconds or so of that first round, I would say went to Tolbert for sure.
So we'll see what these guys have in the tank for round number 2.
Round 2. Let's go.
So the nerves are gone at this point.
Yep, touching gloves in the second round.
See how
like to see that.
See how Carter responds after that. Ooh, and he lands a hard shot, and that hurt him.
One.
Tolbert's hurt, guys.
Oh yeah,
Tolbert's hurt. He needs to get a hold of him.
just shoot. There we go.
He needs to watch out for that guillotine. Carter cannot end back up on his back here because, oh, nice.
Carter with a full mount.
Oh, and he says, he doesn't want to be there.
Up. I gotta say, I'm a fan of that move.
and Tolbert's smiling at him. He's like, okay. It looks like Carter wants to work his hands. He had something going. Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Logan starts landing.
Logan, get your hands up!
Oh wow!
It's just a slugfest in here tonight, guys. Good head movement.
Carter's
by
got his
Matthew
hands
there.
down. He's just dodging punches. Oh my gosh!
Good shots.
Oh!
What a chin on Tolbert. Now his hands go up.
They've both been rocked twice. They've both been in bad positions twice.
Oh, a
yeah.
low kick. Not intentional. That was a low kick because he's exhausted.
Exactly, yeah. These guys are, Matthew Carter especially, he's exhausted right now. He's reaching for those kicks. He's got to make sure he keeps them up.
Yeah. Fight of the night alert already, guys. Fight of the
no
night alert
doubt.
already.
Got my vote so far.
This might. I'm just trying to think of all the walkout fights we've had with two debut fighters. I can't think of a better fight for two debut fighters that I've seen in the walkout cage.
Started out good. Let's see how it finishes, huh? I'm
Yeah,
excited
exactly.
here.
I'm
really
pumped up watching this. So both these guys actually needed a little bit of a breather here.
Oh, they set a pace right from the beginning that was frantic, and it's not stopped. I mean,
Right.
I think even between rounds, their heart rate was going up. They're just so intense.
You know, I got to say, one of the best things I've heard from one of my coaches that's kind of stuck with me since I started MMA was when you start a round, keep that same, I guess,
Pace.
pressure. And
Pressure,
the entire fight. Don't go into the first minute of the first round too crazy because you want to keep that pace for sure.
I'm gonna make a little prediction here. One of these guys is gonna get finished because they're gonna get this cardio back, and they've both landed shots that could end a fight already. So
Yeah.
it might be pretty quick after this, and I don't know who's gonna win.
There's no telling at this point. Will, let me ask you something here. Matthew Carter, he was on his knees here. Looked like he was taking a little bit of a breather. If you were in his corner, how would you feel about that? Him on his knees.
It's his debut fight, and he's output more energy than I probably put out in any three of my fights put together. So, I would say, hey, you got to look intense, like you want that win all the time because your opponent's watching. Oh, he tries a
Superman punch.
He tries a Superman punch, gets blocked. Tolbert back to pressure.
Tolbert landed some body shots there, which is a good
fight.
idea at this stage of this fight.
Tolbert's looking crisp with those hands. Oh, that kick landed, just didn't have enough on it. Oh, and that doesn't sound like that hit a cup again.
Oh, that one hurt.
Carter's tired.
Yeah, he's tired.
He's still throwing, though.
Good knee.
And I know I say this a lot, but you just don't know how to respond in your debut fight. In your debut fight, you don't know what pace to set because the gym is completely different. You don't have to deal with adrenaline in the gym.
Right.
Oh, and Tolbert lands again. That right hand for Tolbert's finding a home tonight, and the hook for Carter's been finding a home tonight. There it is again. There it is again.
Wow.
Right hook.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the chins on both of these guys.
Jeez. Oh,
They are taking shots.
Nice
Other one.
jab.
Tolbert's covering. He's
Coming back in.
oh man, he gets
What a war.
Wow.
Oh, we got 10 seconds, round number 2.
Lock it in, Logan!
they've spent so much energy.
Wow.
We are going to see a round number 3. Both these guys are exhausted.
It's
Carter can barely make it to the stool. He's so tired.
It's probably one round as well.
I'm just glad I'm not a judge tonight.
Yeah, that would be tough.
I'm just glad I'm not fighting either of those guys tonight.
I don't think there's a punch in the world that would knock one of them down.
I almost feel like we've watched 5 rounds of fighting in 2 rounds, right? There's been so much action. So interestingly, Logan chooses to stand between this round.
Right. They're not even bringing a stool in for him between rounds.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that.
I don't know if that's a method that the gym uses or if the Tolberts just don't rest. It's kind of what I'm starting to believe.
Man, both these guys look like they've been in a war,
Yeah.
and we got one more round. Here we go, round number 3.
Both of them.
Final round.
Both of them are marked up really good too.
Oh, yeah. They're both going to be hunting for the finish.
wow.
There's that big, heavy shot again. Carter keeps reaching out with that right hand and grabbing the left wrist of Tolbert and kind of coming over the top. I like that.
Yeah, Carter's breathing with his mouth open. That's a bad recipe. He needs to get that chin down, and he needs to, move. You don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught with a punch to the jaw with your mouth open. That hurts and that knocks you out.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're waking up.
I mean, if you were Tolbert, would you want to shoot and try to take Carter down?
I don't know if he has the energy.
Great point.
That punch from Carter landed. Do you guys? Ooh, wow, that had some heat on it too.
Heard that.
Do you guys think it's 1 round to 1?
I'd say yeah.
Wow.
Tolbert ducked that punch with beauty.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Tolbert's head movement.
Carter's spent. He's tired.
He's got great reflexes, right? I mean, he's dodging punches with his hands to his side.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Man, these guys are exhausted.
A body kick would probably finish this fight faster than a head punch. Oh no!
Carter comes.
Tolbert's
flurry
hurt
here.
Tolbert's hurt now. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! And that comes Tolbert now.
They're just trading. Another Superman punch.
Oh!
About fell right on us.
Yeah, lost our lights there.
Luckily, they are bolted in.
Oh,
man.
Carter spent everything he had left in the tank, I think, on that last flurry.
Or he's trying to bait Tolbert in.
Yep.
He might be thinking, I might get Tolbert to swing wild and I might catch him. Oh,
He's still got
he
a
cracks
lot of
him.
power
He cracks him
behind those
there.
punches with as tired as he is. Wow.
Back comes Tolbert. Oh, man. Oh. Who's going to win this fight, guys? Oh. I honestly don't know who's winning. The winner might win in the last 20 seconds. Wow.
Oh! 10 seconds. Who's going to finish strong?
Somebody needs to go. They could win. They could win here. Oh.
And that is it.
Wow.
Wow.
I do not want to be a judge tonight. Wow.
What a fight as the two fighters embrace each other with great respect. Carter goes to the cage floor. He's exhausted.
Whoever won that round won that fight, but I don't know who won the round.
And
I really don't.
Flip a coin, Will.
Good head movement.
Let's go. Feed and return. Feed and return. Just like we were working.
Both these fighters got a lot of experience. Because a lot of times what we see in debut fighters, they go in, they have a lot of holes in their game. It gets finished in the first 30 seconds or minute of the first round. These guys, two debut fighters, they're in a war. It goes to a decision. They got like 4 or 5 fights experience in this one fight.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to do a lot for their careers, for sure. I mean, you get 9 minutes in the cage right out of the gate. Like you said, Toby, it takes a lot of fighters 9 fights to get 9 minutes in the cage.
Yeah.
So very impressive on their behalf.
Understandably, we're still waiting on the judges.
G'day, Grumps. All floors, let's go.
We have a decision coming up. Who is going to get the victory here? Will it be Matthew Carter or Logan Tolbert?
And your winner by majority decision, out of the blue corner.
Like
there
I
you
said,
go.
Like I said, I would not want to be a judge for that fight.
Carter actually looked surprised when they called his name.
He did. I mean, just from the looks of, I mean, if you could judge a fight off of appearances after the fight, I would say that Tolbert won that one. But, you know, there's a reason that we put judges on each side of the cage so they can see different angles. So, very, very, very good fight for both of these guys. They should both walk out of here with their heads held high and a lot of self-respect for sure.
I can't wait to hear the post-fight interview on this one.
Mr. Carter, hold on a second, man. So, you output so much energy into that fight. I'm tired of watching you. Man, what do you think about it in your debut fight versus... Hey, let's hear it for him, guys. That's probably one of the best debut versus debut fights I've ever seen. So, in my opinion, that's an incredibly hard fight to call. I mean, I thought he could have won that fight, man. Talk to me about kind of what happened, what your thoughts are about how that fight went. His wrestling was really good. Like I beat him in the game for sure. I'm not gonna lie, that first round, and I was on the ground like that. I was getting hit. Oh, dang, those hurt. Oh, but I keep pushing through. I had that timer, so I had to keep going, and that's what I did. My opponent, though, it's great.
Thank everybody for coming out.
So, first, you had his back at one point. You decided to get up. Is that because he reversed position on you earlier? I mean, I've never seen anybody beat back control before. No, I just felt like I was beating him on the stand-up, so I was like, hey, let's swing and brawl. Let's go, baby. So I thought, I'm sure everybody here enjoyed that because, man, that was awesome. That was a lot of good fun.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Will the Thrill Levine again. Just wanted to remind you that January 25th, 2020, Walkout versus Pyramid is going down in Rogers, Arkansas at John Q. Hammons Center. It's going to be awesome. A lot of these fighters that you're seeing tonight will be in the running to represent Walkout FC at that show. Walkout veterans versus Pyramid veterans. It's going to be really interesting, a really unique show. We've already got a couple matchups lined up. We're starting to really look hard for the best Walkout fighters so that we can go in there and we can take care of business versus the best that Pyramid has to offer. So make sure you keep on the lookout. Tickets will be on sale in November, so middle of November. So keep your eyes out for getting tickets for that and for the rosters for both teams. Anyways, appreciate everybody who supports Walkout, and let's get back to the fights.
So if these guys really have a disdain for each other, do they stay on their feet?
Oh, they come out throwing bombs, trying to hurt somebody. That's my prediction. They're just going to try and kill what's ever in front of them.
Excuse me, guys. I had to step away for just a moment. Do these guys not like each other?
No, no, they're best friends.
Oh, okay, right. I like to punch my best friends, too.
You punched me before and it hurt.
The feeling was mutual, sir. TCB Fight Club. This club's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
From when I started fighting, I remember they had a really, really, really good boxing club. It's nice to see, long-time clubs stick around the way they have and continue to, build competitors.
Boy, they're just staring at each other like, I'm going to hurt you.
Oh, they touched gloves.
They touched close.
Yeah.
Something.
Here we go.
Yeah, the super. Ooh, hurt. The super heavyweight class is funny because one of them outweighs the other by 100 pounds.
Yeah, and it's okay.
Yeah, they're still in the same weight class.
Right.
So Kirk Blunt's on top. He's in the.
No, Blunt's on bottom.
Blunt's on bottom. Yeah, there you go. He's in the red, and Christian Adams on top in the blue gloves.
Blue gloves, blue and red shorts. Ooh, those hurt. Blunt's trying to.
There you go. Strike,
Oh.
yes, keep striking. Keep striking,
Oh, that hurt.
yes.
He's groaning a little bit there.
Hey, don't let him roll over. Keep him down, yes. Hey, posture back up.
Blunt's still talking to him, though.
Back to the other side of his
He said,
body.
"Come on, come on."
Head in the cage. On your toes now. We're on our toes. Yes. Pressure. Pressure. Now you're looking for your shots. Good. Hey, we're good right here. If he underhooks that leg again, you know what to do with your hips. Keep looking for your shots, Christian. Posture, Christian. Look to posture. If you need to go back to a knee, go back to a knee.
So Christian just sitting there with Christian Adams just sitting there with really heavy posture. He's landing a solid shot every few seconds and then reset. Solid shot. I don't know if that's on purpose, like he wants to punish him a little bit because they don't like each other, or if he's just, just kind of trying to win the fight.
Right. I think that he's really, really concerned with his posture, with the weight difference here.
You don't want to end up on your back with a guy that's that big on top of you. Oh, that hurt.
Yes.
Some blood coming out of Blunt's mouth now. He ate a couple solid punches there.
Yeah, and I was looking at Blunt's face as he was getting those punches thrown down on him, and his facial expression did not change at all other than the blood trickle. I think he likes it.
I never liked getting hit, but everybody in here just wants him to hop back up on their feet and start throwing.
Yeah, for sure.
Blunt's pressed up against cage. And
he landed a couple more solid punches there.
Oh, but he does.
Oh! Did he land a punch there, or did Christian trip?
It looked like he grazed his punch in a little bit of a trip at the same time.
Or he saw the punch coming and said, I'm just going to go ahead and fall down under this
Matty,
big ham hock.
There we go.
Yeah, we're going to second round, it looks like. I shook Christian Adams' hand yesterday, and it went around mine 3 times. Like, his hand is, like, physically just humongous.
Did you guys have to order special gloves for these guys by chance?
It doesn't look like looks like they're enjoying just fighting each other here. Give each other a little pat, say good job for getting punched, and
yeah, thanks for hitting me, buddy. We'll do that again in a minute.
Let's go to the next round. Yeah. So what I like about the fight card so far, no quick fights. We have seen the newer guys. None of these guys have had more than 4 fights that have hopped in here so far, but no quick fights. Everybody's getting cage time so far tonight, and you improve with cage time.
Absolutely.
So,
looking back at my amateur career, I really wish that there was longer fights in there. That's something that I missed out on as an amateur. Full-blown 3, 4, 5 round fights. That's half the fun, is seeing if you can make it through an entire fight. So it's cool that these guys are getting to do that.
So we'll see if Christian Adam comes out, tries to do another takedown, shoots here real quick, or if he chooses to stand and throw. Nope, he shoots.
He doesn't want to stand. He's ducking under the first punch he sees, and he's just shooting for a single or for a. That almost looked like a. That almost looked like a just a trip. He's just grabbing the foot and tripping. So. Oh,
nice little trip.
Oh, Blunt hits a little scissor sweep there, so he's got a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Hey, turn him to the cage. Turn him to the cage.
Adams just appears to be a pretty strong human being.
Don't worry about it, just right there.
So.
Good pressure. Hey, we need to posture though.
Yeah, his left leg is as big as my head.
Hey, arm to the other side of your
circumference, I think.
body right now. Is that arm to the other side? Your left arm. Your left arm's got to go around. Back in. Yes, good. Don't let him isolate
Blunt was pulling that up for an armbar. I'm not sure how limber he is, but he was pulling that arm across it to start hunting for an armbar. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see a 360-pound guy hit a submission off his back.
Good. Hey, let's posture up here, Christian.
Blunt's been on his back the majority of this fight. But one thing I'll say for him is, as far as his stand-up goes, or even off of his back, is how quick he is to get up. That's a lot of weight to be lifting up as quick as he has.
Yeah, he is. He's very agile for his size, definitely.
Got good wrist control.
Ooh.
And and I said that.
If that wouldn't have grazed, that would have really been bad because that was a heavy shot.
All right. We're going to do it back to the feet.
Blunt needs to be careful, and he needs to be ready for this shot because it's coming. There it is. Oh, and he sprawls. He sprawls out. Uh-oh. And this is exactly what we said would be a bad thing.
Absolutely.
And he couldn't get his hooks in. So
it's a good drive on Adams' behalf there.
Let's go, posture.
yeah, Adam's on top in half guard now. So
Take too much time. Punish. Come on, Christian. I know you're tired, but he's tired too. Let's go. We gotta work. Yes.
Oh,
he
to
moves
pull
him out, and if he can put 15 punches together and just kind of posture up here, could be over because, like we said, it's hard. He's carrying a lot of weight and he's on his back. That's hard.
Yeah, those hands coming down are heavy too.
Adam's corner is a little upset with him, saying he's not listening. They want him to be active because I think the officials stand up. Of course, we're right here at the end of the second round. So it looks like we'll see round number 3.
It looks like Christian Adams has some really good wrestling, but he maybe doesn't have the best striking or jiu-jitsu, because it doesn't look like he's hunting for submissions, and on the feet he's just throwing a punch and then ducking under and going immediately for a shot. Like he's not messing around with getting hit in the mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's kind of reverting back to what he knows works for him, which is that good shot and top control.
Well, like we said, he doesn't want to end up with Blunt with all that weight on top of him, because we've seen Christian's using his weight and size to his advantage and getting the bigger guy on his back, and then the bigger guy can't get up.
Right.
So Blunt had a good sprawl, but he like you said, he didn't get his hooks in, so he's lost his position. If you're in his corner, what are you telling Kurt Blunt right now?
Man, you're going to have to land a punch really fast and not get taken down, because fighting off your back, you've done well, but you're not doing well enough to win.
Right, and maybe fight a little lower to be ready for those shots, because you know they're coming, and do something with your sprawl.
Oh, and Blunt just let him walk to him so he could let. Blunt's hunting for a guillotine here, and he lets it go.
Nice.
That one hurt.
Yeah.
Blunt's got his. It's going to be really hard to twist Blunt. He looks like a defensive tackle. He's about 6'4", 360, and it's a lot of man to move. He's going to try and jerk that leg out.
Now Blunt's done a good job of defending. He definitely wouldn't want to be on his back on this round.
And he does scoop it out. What's funny is grudge matches usually go this way. They both just don't want to lose to each other, so it's like you're not going to take a big risk in hitting something to really knock them out. It's like I just got to win, because I don't want to be the guy that lost.
There you go. Oh. Man, and even for those being little shots there, they're still big shots.
Yeah,
coming
Blunt,
from a big man.
I can see now maybe why Christian doesn't want to eat a hard punch on the feet, because those little hammer fists that are moving 12 inches they would put me to sleep.
Keep going.
He's running the risk there. Every time he throws one of those, he's going to the back of the head, and I got to say his placement's pretty good so far.
One's catching the ear and the second one's missing, but if you do it enough, the ref's not going to give you grace there.
You don't give him time to get onto you there.
Blunt's just like, I want to hit him, and he won't let me up.
It's a lot of scrap in both of these big men.
All right, this is his best opportunity to finish this fight.
He's got a hook with that arm pinned at the same time.
Yeah. It's the chin's under, but I mean this can hurt.
Yep.
This can dislocate a jaw real quick.
Yep.
Man, Blunt knows his jiu-jitsu, because he's defended everything. He's hunted for a couple submissions that he started. He's gone for sweeps. He's gone for a couple things. Like Blunt he's a fighter. He's just got out athleticized in this fight so far.
Right. He's in a really, really awkward position here, being up against the cage and mounted. It's just you have a hard time seeing there.
He needs to get his hands on the mat, scoot his butt up against the cage, and then he's going to be so high centered.
Right.
He's got power. He's going to be able to get up.
Just right there in his corner.
Yeah, Adams really just needs to let go here, and the fight would be over. But Blunt's done a good job of wrist control. What do we got here?
Timeout here. Maybe an eye poke.
Yep.
It is, yep.
He's talking to the crowd. I said, "Hey, what happened to you?" Poke me in your eye. Get his mouthpiece in his mouth. You can't understand what he's saying.
So there's what, 9 seconds left
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
round?
There's going to be about 8 seconds left, and I don't know. Do you just try and just finish this? I mean, just go ahead and throw here, or I mean, you think Christian's going to just circle or shoot for that takedown one more time?
At this point, if you're Blunt, you hope you land that one that works, and
He's gonna
time
have
it
to.
on a shot, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think it was like his thumb as he came through on the strike. The thumb was out. So
It's definitely an accident there. You got somebody in that position, and you're raining punches down on them. I think you're going to run the risk of an intentional eye poke.
well, the only bad thing about this is if he doesn't finish the fight, it's going to go to the judge's scorecard after the second round, and he's going to lose on points.
Or if
So-
the doctor comes in here and its eye is so bad that he can't continue. It's a.
I'm sure it's blurry. I've got poked in the eye before
It's not fun.
in training, and boy, it sure you see like flashes of light for a while.
Mhm. And not to mention, these guys are sweaty too.
Oh, he's done. That's it.
It's over. Can't see.
So we'll see how Missouri does this, but I believe they go to the judge's scorecard.
Okay. Yeah, I was unsure if that was going to be a doctor's disqualification. The victim becomes the winner kind of thing, or
No,
trying to walk out of the cage already.
he said this sucks.
To fight that hard and have 8 or 9 seconds left in the entire fight, and then get poked in the eye.
I think what
that's-
happened was his thumb was hanging a little bit over the glove and punched, and I think it just went straight into his eye, which
Yeah, I've been watching Adams over here in his corner, and he keeps his gestures are like I don't know what happened. I don't really remember poking him, and
yeah.
like you said, probably a thumb sticking out, and he certainly didn't want the fight to end this way.
Not with 8 seconds left. I mean, that's one of those things where you just agree, hey, I won't hit you, you don't hit me. Let's just stand there for 8 seconds.
It was my fault. Brad, you may be able to see it, but I wasn't paying attention to the video I was watching.
Well, that's unfortunate, but
So yeah, the officials telling Adams' corner they're going to the scorecards.
yeah, I believe after the second round, it says it's either the first full round or the second round, you go to the judge's scorecard, which I'm pretty sure we know who's going to win this on the scorecards. So
Yeah. It's funny because the last fight, hard to judge.
yeah,
This fight, a little bit easier, huh?
not quite the slugfest I was hoping for.
Yep. It seemed like at first they were going to come out throwing punches. But again, when the lights get on you and the crowd gets on you and the adrenaline starts pumping, a lot of times as a fighter we revert back to what we're comfortable with and what we know is going to get us through and win a fight.
Yeah, I think in a grudge match, you don't want to lose to a guy you don't like that much.
Yeah.
So you're like, I got to do what I'm best at. I'm here to win a fight. I don't need to prove. That was smart on Adams. He didn't try and prove a point because it looked like Blunt had heavy hands. So
No doubt.
you don't sit there and you eat punches from a super heavyweight when you got the wrestling advantage. So
Yeah, he did exactly what was in his skill set, and he did exactly what he knew would get him the victory.
He talked to me-
control the fight.
Yeah, he talked to me yesterday when we talked. I understand about he shook my hand and his hand was huge. He talked about he was getting looked at by Lebec County in Kansas and Neosho County, which are two good wrestling schools. So I should have said that earlier. He's got a good wrestling, college wrestling pedigree. So and he showed it. So
Yeah, every time he went for a shot, he got it. He stayed dominant the entire time. Landed good punches every time he had an opportunity to. I mean, it was a nicely executed game plan if that was the game plan.
right. Well, I think I'm gonna go corner the next fight. So you guys got this one.
Dun,
So
dun, dun.
I'm gonna give really good advice.
So
Who's corner?
yeah.
Whose corner are you in?
Find out.
Oh, it's
You'll
a
find out.
surprise. Okay. All right. So Adam's countenance changed as soon as he learned that they were going to go to the scorecard. He was really upset about the early stoppage because of the poke in the eye. But then when the official walked over and said, "We're going to the scorecards," he's like, "Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm still good." I think he thought he was going to be disqualified, or the fight was going to be disqualified.
Yeah, I mean the show that he put on there, I could definitely put myself in his shoes. I'd be a little upset too if I was called in the opponent's favor because of a little eye poke there toward the end of it. But if that was the case, then that's it.
I'm not sure why the delay is so long, but I see the officials talking to our cage announcer, Aaron Vincent, so I think we're close to getting the official announcement here.
Yeah.
He's probably explaining to him exactly how this fight was scored as far as the rounds and such.
We've got Walkout FC vet Austin Clem, professional middleweight if I remember right, in there cornering Adams right now, or just got done cornering Adams. It's always good to see Austin.
Oh yeah, I didn't recognize him with the cap on there, but
Right.
Yep. All right, to the cage we go for the official announcement.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the scorecards due to an accidental foul. For your winner, for a unanimous decision, out of the blue corner, Christian.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, January 25th, 2020, John Q. Hammons Trade Center, Rogers, Arkansas. We will be back with more awesome action when Pyramid takes on Walkout FC. The best of the best will be competing for bragging rights, for titles, for everything else. We will be there. We will be live in Rogers, Arkansas, John Q. Hammons Trade Center. Do not miss it. It's going to be a fantastic night of fights. The card is coming together now, so make sure you check out the Pyramid Facebook page and the Walkout FC page for more announcements. That's it, and back to the fights.
You guys ready for some more fights?
This crowd is livening up. I love it. Everybody's a little bit looser now.
Can I get all officials back to the cage real quick? I guess we can't start the fights until the officials are cage side. think the best one we're in. We're going to go on and do it. I don't even care. If they tell me not to, we're still going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, first, right out of the blue corner, with a record of 1-0, he stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, weighing 165 pounds. He is fighting out of Bentonville, Arkansas for Inferno Fitness and MMA. Welcome to the cage, Justin Jones.
Justin Jones, Inferno.
Another guy. He's 1-0. But look at the shape that this guy's in.
Yeah, absolutely.
He looks like he's been, doing bodybuilding or, just his physical appearance. The guy's in shape. And kind of like what we were talking about a moment ago here, Toby, is when I started MMA, you were lucky if you looked across the cage and saw your opponent had any muscle definition, it was just a different time, Now, every one of these guys is in tip-top shape, which shows me that they've got the coaching that cares.
Absolutely.
And now, for his opponent, right out of the red corner, he's making his debut here tonight. Stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, weighing 165 pounds. He's fighting out of Miami, Oklahoma. Welcome to the cage, Corey Booth.
Well, the mystery's over.
Yep, secret's out of the bag. Will the thrill.
Head moving too fast, hands too hard. Level changes on point. Distance on point. Distance on point. Keep that distance in your range. He's in your range.
Corey is an 0-0 fighter making his debut tonight.
Not reach you, Justin. He cannot reach you.
All right, here we go. Justin Jones in the blue, Corey Booz in the red gloves.
It is time. In the famous words of Riz, we're getting rowdy.
Hands up,
Yeah.
Good push kick.
So notice Justin Jones' favorite fighter is John Jones. He's built a lot like John Jones.
He is.
He came into the cage
Break,
like John
break.
Jones.
Break and strike.
We'll see how, and he kind
More
of
hands,
kicks
more
like
hands.
John
Big
Jones.
like
More
Jones.
kicks. Yes, yes.
Oh, nice uppercut by Jones.
Yes.
Jones has got great head movement, great movement all the way around.
More
He's
kicks,
extremely
hands first.
athletic.
Yes.
Chin down.
Yeah, Corey's
Shut up.
doing a good job of keeping those hands up. If I was in his corner right now, I'd tell him to make sure to keep
Hold
that
the middle,
chin
please.
down.
Hold the middle, please.
Beautiful, Justin. You're owning this. Hands high. Don't reach low for that. Check that with the feet.
Okay,
Set
Corey's
that up
already
with the
taken
hands,
quite a few
please.
shots. There he's tucking his chin in. See if he keeps it down.
Chin down. Get off that
I'd
wall.
like to see him come
yes.
forward
1
a
minute
little
down.
bit like he is there, so that's good.
Beautiful. Circle off that.
Keep him on the cage.
Break. Strike on the break.
Knee,
those are hurting.
knee.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
strike on the break.
Slip there, yeah.
Yes, strike on the break.
Nice head movement by
If
Jones.
the takedown's there, take it. Strike,
He just
yes.
made a pretty good right hand there.
Put those feet up, put those legs. Put those legs up. Address the choke. Address the choke. You're good. Circle off the wall. Circle
Good
off the
job
wall.
by Corey on that reversal there.
Time. Go to that
A little
corner.
bit of a low blow.
Hey, you good?
Minute 30 down.
Minute and a half into the round. Very active first round. It looks like
All the time you need.
Jones has landed quite a few shots. As you mentioned, Corey Booz has been keeping his chin up a bit, and he's eating a couple jabs.
Yeah, I'm curious if maybe his corner said something to him because just as I said that, he started kind of tucking that chin a little bit more. Personally, I'd like to see it down on his chest.
Yes. Circle.
Oh,
Yes.
nice right hand by Jones.
Set it up. Set everything up. Yes.
Come back with it though.
Yes.
Jones is coming in with really good combinations that are landing. He's got him in trouble.
Keep your distance.
There it is. Body. Time up.
Break and strike.
Break, Justin. Get away from him. Get away
Yeah,
from
Booz
him.
is definitely in trouble here. That was a great combination
30
by Justin
seconds,
Jones.
Justin. Dominate that position. Don't try to take him down. Damage. Knee the thighs. Knee the thighs. Right knee inside thighs.
Get off that. There you go.
Nice,
Let's go.
Justin. Beautiful.
So Jeff Law, I remember a fight you were in that your opponent would keep going back, and you said that was your key to victory. Is
Yeah.
Instead of moving side to side, he would just keep going back, and you just followed him and knocked him out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Keep your distance,
as a
Justin.
striker, you have to not go straight back. I mean, there's got to be angles to cut. There's got to be side-to-side movement. Great right hand there by Booz.
Set that up.
Oh,
Clean break.
We make it to round two.
there we go.
That was both fighters very aggressive. Both fighters landed, as you mentioned, Booz had a really nice shot there, right hand that landed on Jones there toward the end of the round. But one thing I saw, I don't think we talked about it during the round, was the knees by Jones. Definitely, I mean, Booz was hurt by those knees.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And those Jones has got a couple of inches at least on Booz, and when he starts throwing those knees, they go straight up and almost through Booz. Booz has definitely got to work on some defense for that during this next round here, because as you get deeper into the rounds, those body shots start mattering quite a bit more. We're going into the second round here. Both guys are looking relatively fresh.
Now, something's going to happen this second round. These guys are really aggressive.
Hard punches being thrown, hard kicks being thrown. I think you're right, Toby.
Yes.
I think we might see a finish here.
Yes. Perfect, Justin. Perfect. Perfect.
Good jabs by Justin.
Yes.
Watch where you're at. Watch where you're at.
Justin's switching between southpaw and traditional there.
Yeah, you know, and his opponent, that's a hard thing to read,
Watch that right hand over
especially
the top.
when you're mixing punches and kicks up. It's hard to get a good read on those,
Set everything
those
up.
movements.
Now watch him. Counter that kick.
So both fighters kind of settling into this round number
Yes.
two.
Yeah, kind of got the jitters out of them. Both of them are looking a little bit more comfortable here. You know, I keep.
You see it coming? Yes.
Oh,
Beautiful,
Justin is fast.
he is
You see
extremely
it coming.
fast.
You see
and
it
his
all coming.
1 minute down.
punches are picture perfect
Yes.
too.
Feel the speed.
Yes.
Throwing them right, throwing them fast, throwing them hard, throwing them off. And I keep noticing though, you know, Justin Jones, the fan of John Jones.
Beautiful. Good
He's
setup, Justin.
he fights a lot
Yes,
like
you're
him,
hurting that
open
leg. You're
palms,
hurting that leg. Set it
not
up.
closing those hands until the punch is getting ready
Good
to
job,
connect.
Justin. Set it up and hurt that leg. Set it up. Yes. Yes.
He listens to his corner
Set it
well.
up, please.
Very well,
Minute
yes.
30 down. Minute 30 to go.
Corner says throw a kick, he throws
Yes.
a kick. He's got a really, really
Right
good
hand,
lead
right up,
uppercut.
right up. Set
I'd
it
like
up,
to
though.
see him
Set it
follow that
though.
up with a straight
Off the
right.
cage, circle.
So Corey's still standing really tall in his stance there.
You see it all, Justin. Yes, distance. Keep
There
your
we
Yeah,
go.
and
That's
his
what we want.
chin's kind of
That's what we
going up in
want.
the air a little bit more too.
beautiful.
Oh, that just missed.
Go hook. You got it.
Oh,
That elbow.
Spinning elbow and got punched in the back of the head due to
Where'd
it.
that hit? You good?
Come on, hit him.
he seems to be fine.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. If you're going to be throwing spinning punches, spinning kicks, you almost have to expect that from time to time. It's definitely not on purpose. It's an accident for sure, but it's just one of the risks that you got to take if you're going to be throwing spinning moves.
Jones looks fine. He's ready to go.
Watch the front kick. Watch the open.
So officials told him, oh, there it is. He gave him the nod, so here we go.
Good show of sportsmanship there on the glove touch
see
coming
it.
back in.
Off that cage.
You
So
see
Corey had some nice kicks. So I heard his corner hollering at him to set those kicks up.
40
Yes.
seconds. 40 seconds.
It's hard to do when you're getting hit in the face, though.
Good distance, Justin.
Well
Good
said, Toby.
distance. Beautiful distance.
There it
Wow.
is.
Great
30
kick.
seconds.
That's your space. That's your space.
Watch that overhand.
Yes, Justin. You're dominating that space. Set that up.
And Justin's hands, I just can't get over how fast his hands are.
15 seconds. Let's win the round. Let's win the round.
Yeah, when he wants to throw, he's throwing
Hands
with
up, please.
quick
Hands up,
intent.
please.
Hey, this corner here.
Got a low kick there. And we might have a point taken away here. It was a second violation. There it is. Yeah, Jones is definitely frustrated with the
It's an
all the
accident.
awkward shots that's come through, the low blows, the elbow he took. So Corey Booz just really needs to gather himself, refocus here, and just kind of clear his memory.
Start fresh again.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a trick that our coach used to show us in baseball. If we took a shot to the groin, jump, and it somehow helps. I don't know.
Finish strong here, Justin. Head movement, head movement.
10
Yes.
seconds left in the fight, or in the round. I'm sorry.
Watch that right, please.
Justin putting them together again, really smooth. And Corey's answering though. You know, it's not a total one-sided fight at all.
No, not at all. You're right. He's getting his shots in. You know, just as he's frustrated, if I was in his corner, I think I would just try to calm him down and tell him not to worry about it. Let the judges take care of all the fouls.
Right.
And him just fight.
Just relax and do your job. That's exactly what I would be telling him to. Relax and do your job. Stay active. Stay active. I mean, it's.
So how would you if you were Corey Booz and you're fighting a guy that's as quick as Justin Jones, and he's when he's in that southpaw position, he's been landing that right jab pretty effectively. And what would you be telling him, or what would you do different than he's done in the first two rounds?
I would say, slip that jab and throw what I call a head movement too, which is just a head movement and throw a straight right hand down the pipe on the southpaw. That seems to be pretty effective, especially when they're throwing a lot of jabs. A lot of times
Your
they
fight,
kinda run
Justin
into
Jones.
it, so.
On the distance.
Third and final round.
Body. Off that cage, please. To the middle, please.
Beautiful.
To the middle, please. Let's go. Let's go. Don't worry
Jones
about
is
it. Let's
really
go.
frustrated.
Exactly.
Let's see if he
Don't
can
worry
keep
about
his
that.
composure through here.
Just fight.
Off that cage, please.
Beautiful, Justin. Perfect combo. Yes.
Get greedy. Don't get greedy. Play it
Justin
right.
looks like he's
Lock
maybe
kick.
getting
Straight.
Set it up.
a bit emotional in there. We'll see if he can use those emotions to his advantage here. Getting a little bit more aggressive.
Let's find a home for that up.
Oh man, he has a vicious front knee.
Yes.
Yeah, that
That
hurt
hurt him,
Corey
Justin,
Booz.
that hurt him.
He's holding his stomach.
Yes, let's go. Let's go around it. Go around that guard.
He's not recovered from that.
Let's go.
Good distance, Justin.
I think Justin can finish this if he just chose to.
Yeah, he's got to stay aggressive. And, you know, when he's landing those shots, he's just got to stay on him with him. Stay on him and be smart.
I mean, Corey's not active at all right now. I think he's just recovering from that body shot, that front.
On your toes, on your toes.
Kick.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Don't
think
drop
it's
down there. Circle,
a mixture
circle,
of recovery
circle,
and
circle.
almost maybe
Fight
even
the hands.
desperation.
Get your head out of there.
Hands, please.
You're good. You're good, Justin.
Let's strip that grip, please. 130 down, 130 to go. There we go.
Yes. Knee the thigh. Inside thigh. Inside thigh.
There it is.
Inside thigh.
Yes. Hey, you gotta get an underhook to circle.
Dominate the head position, Justin.
Justin's doing a
Dominate
really
the
good
head.
job
Your
here,
hand under his chin,
pressing
Justin.
Booz
Your
against the
hand under his
cage,
chin.
keeping double underhooks,
Here we go.
and then he backs
Hey,
out.
1 minute. 1
Ready to
minute. Let's
strike.
get it. Let's get
Got a
it.
minute left in this fight.
Hands and front kick. Hands and front kick. Do anything for a minute. Let's go.
Keep
Corners.
telling Jones
it,
to
Justin.
throw that front kick.
It's your fight, Justin. Keep it up.
Hey, set him up. Let's go. Set him up. Get your underhook in there.
Outside thigh, right there.
Left knee, right over here. Yes. Hey, now circle. Lift your left hand and circle.
30 seconds, Justin.
Don't let him use that underhook.
If you break, strike on the break.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Corey's trying to throw some knees there to the midsection.
Re-pummel, Justin.
These guys are pressed against the cage here right in front of us, the cage side.
Yes.
15, 15.
Level change overhand. Boom. Yeah.
Let's go. Take safe.
Very impressed with
Right here.
Justin's ability to stay composed and listen to his corner throughout this entire fight here. Well, just took a pretty good shot. Another one.
Clean break.
Wow.
Another great fight. I mean, these guys weren't both debut, but one debut and Jones a 1-0. As he lets out some of that aggression there at the very end. I mean, I think this is I would think as a judge, this would be a pretty easy fight to call. But I do want to make the point you made earlier, emphasize that point, that it wasn't completely one-sided. I mean, Corey Booz landed some shots. I mean, in the third round, Corey wasn't as active as he was the first two rounds. Obviously, he was very tired. But, it's his debut fight. He's fighting, obviously, a tremendous athlete. But, I think he showed well for a debut fighter.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope that the coaching staff there for Corey Booz has a conversation with him after this fight, and he realizes who he did just fight. Justin Jones is not anybody to take lightly. Like you said, he's a tremendous athlete. That's a good first fight for Corey Booz. He's blessed to have it for sure.
Yeah, Justin, obviously a 2-0 fighter now, or will be in a moment. Extremely athletic, but not just athletic. I mean, he's got some real skills there as well. It'd be interesting to see, what his future looks like.
Absolutely. I know I'm going to be following Mr. Justin Jones pretty close now. I'm impressed with him for sure.
Here we go with back up to the Riz for
Ladies and gentlemen, this
announcement.
fight has went to the judges' scorecards. For your winner, by unanimous decision, Justin Jones!
I think, Toby, that I may have found the injury that the doctor had to go for a little bit earlier. It looks like, I believe it's Matthew Carter is now wrapped up with an ace bandage and a brace on his hand.
Oh, wow.
So I'm wondering if maybe he didn't break his hand through that fight. There were a lot of punches thrown, so it wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah, and he got the win on that as well.
Great performance by Mr. Justin Jones, for sure.
So
fought for us in Arkansas. It was a pretty quick fight. So let's look right here. People at home see your face. So our last fight in Arkansas is pretty quick. You scored a knockout. Fast fight. This one goes all the way. You guys stood in there. You both ate some hard shots. You gave a lot of hard shots. How'd you feel in this fight?
Well, this is probably one of my first fight. I wanted to compete. All I was doing was myself. This is what I can do in the world. And every time I feel, to thrive and represent God, be a hustle. So that's good.
So you gone 2-0 now in the walkout page. You looking to fight in Arkansas, or are you looking to get back in the cage again?
Man, I don't really care. I think that's the family first.
Hey, who do you want to pick tonight?
I want to thank my sister, Cynthia. This one's for you. I watched the movie with the Princess Frog, where it was, it made me cry. It made me think about you. I love you. And this one's for you. It's dedicated to you.
Let's hear it tonight for Justin Jones.
You guys want some more big boys? Let's go ahead and get it started. First, fighting out of the blue corner, he's making his debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet, 1 inch tall, weighing at 220 pounds. He is fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri for Springfield Fight Club is Trey Usman.
Trey Usman making his way to the cage now. This guy wanted to fight bad. He was scheduled to fight at 205 and actually ended up going up
on the cage, adjusting the lights, back on the mic, hands on the soundboard. A man that can do many things.
Well, you got to do something or you get bored.
So Kyle Crescent, what's the story on him?
He trains out of Team Fusion here in Springfield. I'm assuming he's going to have some. I'm assuming he's going to have some decent hands, decent stand-up, and decent ground game. These guys look pretty identical as far as stature, length, all that. So, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of techniques they want to, display tonight.
Well, Kyle's predicting a first-round TKO, and Trey Usman said he's going to be explosive tonight.
Okay.
So we should see some fireworks.
I'm ready to see a KO. I thought we were going to get 2 already tonight, but we had 2 good of chins in the cage so far. The chins are on display tonight.
These boys are looking intense.
Yep. No glove touch there. Oh, that first jab was stiff.
Kyle Crescent in the red gloves and Trey Usman in the blue.
These big boys are rearranging my cage lights. They're hitting the cage so hard.
Yeah, you might need to get some new chain link after this one, man.
I'm telling them to take it easy in there.
You boys fight a little softer, please.
Yep. So we both of them. Oh, that hurts. Both had over-unders. I was thinking Crucet might just circle, but instead he tries to lift and toss, and it ended up pretty bad. You don't want to end up in side control.
No, it is not a comfortable feeling.
Not with the heavyweight on top of you.
They're fighting right on top of the Earth Labs tag here.
Well, you know a little bit about Earth Labs.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of that company. They do really good things, make very, very good supplements for good fighters. So.
Oh, a nice lumberjack trip there. Lumberjack sweep there by Crucet. Uh-oh. He's digging for a guillotine. He's got the hip level to do it. And now And now he's out of danger. Krusit's in good shape here. And he steps over to mount. Uh-oh. And Hoosman just made a big error there.
Oh, yeah. Some of those shots are landing pretty heavy, too.
He gives up his back.
Hooks right away.
Oh. Oh, my goodness.
Who's going to get position?
And it worked. That is pretty athletic because that's hard to hit with a big boy on top of you. It was just hit power. So Hoosman back on top in the blue gloves. Krusit cracked early. Nose is leaking there. He's recovered now, but he's fighting out of guard. So, oh.
You know, you don't see a lot of people punching off of their back, and rightfully so, but it looked like that one landed pretty good.
Well, you know,
you got to get them when you can.
You got to use every tool you got.
Absolutely.
If you don't use them, your opponent's going to. So, you know, if you're in a terrible position, I'd say don't do it. But guard, that's not a bad position. So,
all right.
I've seen a lot of people knock out people with elbows from the guard, you know, as in a professional level. So I mean, there's techniques you can work on that'll definitely do some damage there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, into round number one. That first round went back and forth. Both guys, both fighters had dominant position in portions of the round. Trey Hoosman, though, I think twice he was on top during that first round. So
yeah, I think I'd probably give that first round to Trey. I was kind of concerned with Kyle Krusit there off of his back. I noticed him take a couple of really big, deep breaths. I thought he was going to be a little bit more exhausted than he is right now, but he's looking pretty fresh over there in his corner. And Hoosman's looking about the same. He's still taking some deeper breaths, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, I mean, what's kind of cool tonight so far is it seems like every fight they've got to work multiple positions. They've got to work some striking. They've got to work some clinch work. They've got to work some ground. So these newer fighters are getting some experience in the cage tonight.
Yeah, Toby and I were talking about that earlier when you were cornering, I believe, and just the caliber of fighter coming out that's 3 fights and under. Very impressive fighter.
Krusit's kind of wading in with his chin up, and that's ill-advised. You get that chin down. You don't want to be getting cracked. Stepping in with the chin up. So
right,
that's something I see he needs to work on. He needs to dig these underhooks and get off the cage. Oh, he's looking for a guillotine. It's going to be hard to hit pressed up against the cage, but if he circles out, he could get it. Yeah, the only bad thing about that in that position is that knee he threw that knee and it landed a little bit, but he lost position because of it. So, pick your strikes. Everybody's going to shout knee. The crowd loves to shout knee. Or sometimes you just need to work the best technique for the position,
Right.
He's digging underhooks. That's the best technique for the position right now.
There we go. And in this position,
if he snaps down, and he loses his grip. I was gonna say if he snaps down there, he ends up on top and works. Now he's in turtle position. Uh-oh. And he needs to get hooks in here, though, because he can just get rolled off the top.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Or he can do that.
Ooh, those are hard.
He's solid.
He's about to end this fight. He needs to get punch the mat there.
There we go. And it looks like Hoosman's hand is stuck underneath Krusit's.
Yeah, he's grabbing that wrist for dear life. Krusit doesn't want to let that hand go because that's why.
Bad position here. He's got to do something or this fight's going to get called.
And Hoosman needs to be careful he doesn't hit the back of the head here because he's about to win this fight. Oh no! Oh my gosh!
Him off.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
The crowd's starting to get into this one.
Oh yeah.
They've been waiting to explode on a big stoppage all night. I think they might do it here.
Kyle's complaining about Hoosman had his glove there. He couldn't get his hand out.
Chance of Hoos. We got Chance of Hoos going here.
No kidding.
You can't hook his glove. I'm going to tell him the same thing. Okay, both of you hooking inside that glove.
And Kyle looked like he was done, and he was able to get out, found himself on top, finished the round on top.
Hey, just like that. I want you to stay back on him.
And official and referee Zach Talibris is telling them, make sure you do not grab the inside of the glove.
He said, I saw you both do it.
Right. That's
like we said earlier, your opponent's going to use every advantage they can get, and that's not a legal one, but they're using it. So,
and I think that goes to show the level of our referees and our officials too, to be able to pick up on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so far I think they've made the right call multiple times here tonight. We've had weird 5-minute stoppages for eye poke, low blow, and an illegal elbow. So we've almost seen everything illegal tonight, especially glove grabbing. So
yep. We're going to put that all in the book of memories, I guess.
Kyle's just coming in with chin up, hands down.
Oh, he got snapped.
Hoosman's got some power in those hands.
He does.
Looking for a trip. Wasn't there. But he's got pressed into the cage here.
Looking for that right knee to the body, Trey, right knee to the body.
Hey, you're not
Oh, a little cage grabbing there by Kyle.
Chance of Hoos again.
Once again, remember, total fight experience, 0 in this fight.
Uh-oh, this is over. This is over.
Let's go.
This is over.
And that's it. Ray Hoosman gets the win.
And this
what a fight
is going off.
For some reason, the crowd was pretty empty earlier. From somewhere from the last 15 minutes, it's kind of starting to fill up and get loud in here.
Yeah.
Another awesome debut fight.
Good job on that takedown. Way to fucking finish, bro. Way to finish. I told you. I appreciate giving the champion inside you. You gotta take the deep breath, look at man. Deep breath. I just worried about my guys. So congratulations your opponent. Hey, great mouthpiece.
Wow. That's all I can say is wow.
Yeah. Very good night of fights so far.
Yeah, these newer fighters are putting on a show tonight. They are 100%. They're showing how little experience but good training could make you efficient as a fighter.
Absolutely. And, these guys coming in, with even 3 fights and under, they're coming in with something to prove. Something to prove to themselves, something to prove to the crowd, to their teammates, to their family, everybody that follows them. And you can tell that a lot of these guys are leaving it all in there tonight.
Just like, go tough, grind it out. Like, guys are getting nailed, scramble, crazy positions.
Right up to the cage there, Aaron Vincent.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight has been stopped at 46 seconds of round number 3 for your winner by TKO, Trey Hoosler.
What a fight! This has been a night of some crazy stuff in this cage. On your form you filled out earlier, you said expect some athletic, some crazy stuff. Supposed to be exciting. Did you guys feel like that was what you saw? You guys were all over the place. You guys hit striking, cracking each other. You were scrambling on the ground. Kind of talk me through the finish there.
I mean, we just were wrestling, we going in, and I had that body lock. I started to look out a little close, I dragged my heel, put some top pressure on the chest, stepped over, got out, and just finished it, man. That's what we worked all the time on Friday for SFC, so just go ahead down and finish it.
I heard your band section over here giving a little chant. What was it? I couldn't quite make it out. What were you saying? Who's? Well, who you want to thank, Mr. Who's?
First of all, I thank my friends and family. Everybody's been supportive, especially my mom over there. She's stressed out around the house. She was stressed out, man. All you got the SSC, man. I mean, they put so much effort in helping me get better, man. So my teammates, my coaches, man, I appreciate everybody, man. This may be a one-on-one sport, but I get this situation by myself, man. So I just thank everybody, man.
Let's hear it for Who's. Hey everybody, right after the show, we are going to go over to Big Whiskey's. We're going to have a fun little after party. All the fighters want you to join them over there so we can have a good time at Big Whiskey's. Celebrate these fun night of fights. We want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. There's a lot of these guys. My buddy at Earth Labs, Dallas, he does a lot for fighters locally. Carmill, go check out their stuff. Every time I go over there, they're doing some cool stuff with cars and audio. Show Me Tint, they did some sweet work. They wrapped the car and it was awesome. Like I think it was all like gold and sparkly. Maybe one day I'll get you one, but I'll take it from the tint. We got Bell CPA. Hey, they're awesome. Bell CPA, you guys have sponsored both of our events here lately. If you have tax trouble, Bell CPA's got you taken care of. Big Whiskies, we said that. Make sure you go to the after party. Any lab test, the back of your ticket has a coupon. Go to them if you have any test needs, especially fighters. Get your blood work taken care of. Go see any lab test now. Tree Tech Logging, and those guys do an awesome job. If you need something cleaned up, go to Tree Tech. Don't do it yourself. That's how you chop off your arm with a chainsaw. That's almost Halloween, but don't do it to yourself. Legends Design House and Bubba's Barbecue, they were very gracious to do the weigh-ins there. We appreciate all the sponsors very much. Hey, you guys got a few minutes right now. We're going to take a little break before we come back with our title fights and our gi super grappling match. So go grab you some food. If you're hungry, go grab you a cold drink. And we're going to get right back to the action in less than 10 minutes.
with the ring girls, now will be your chance. So if you would like to get pictures with the ring girls in the cage, get up here.
If you want to get your picture taken when you walk out and see ring girls, they want to take a picture with you. Come hop in the cage real quick. We'll get a shot. Hey, David Appleton, where you at, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, Walkout versus Pyramid goes down January 25th, 2020, John Q. Hammond Center, Rogers, Arkansas. It's going to be a fantastic night of fights. During this broadcast, I've got several more good matchups that Josh Hudson and Jim and the team at Pyramid and Walkout are working on. So can't wait for you all to see that. And hey, let's get you back to the title fights from Walkout FC 18. Battle at the Expo.
Seriously. And obviously it pays off.
I said title fights. There we go. I'm not on him. Let's get straight into it then. Ladies and gentlemen, first, fight out of the blue corner. He has an undefeated record of 2-0. He stands 5 feet, 11 inches tall, weighed in at 185 pounds. He is fighting in Bartlesville, Oklahoma for Neon Fight Center. This is for the middleweight championship. Justin, Captain America,
As Justin Budd makes his way to the cage here, I would like to introduce as a guest commentator, Mr. Tony Grant.
Hello, hello, hello. Ready for some good fights tonight. Really good fights tonight. This should be a good one. I heard Justin Budd's a real good amateur here out of Missouri, so, or Kansas that is, so we'll see.
Here we go. Captain America Justin Budd walking out with the Captain America attire, mask and all. Takes a certain level of confidence to wear that mask out, Tony. What do you think, man?
Exactly. Yeah, he's going with the full Captain America look right here.
So Tony Grant, what did you think of all the debut fighters thus far?
I'm sorry?
So what have you thought about all the debut fighters thus far tonight?
Man, these guys are doing real good out here. They're fighting tough. You can tell they need a little more experience, but their heart is there, and heart is everything here in MMA. So if you got heart, you got a good chance here in this sport.
Absolutely. Papa Bear throwing on the grease. It's always a blessing to have Papa Bear in the building when you're competing. Justin looks like he's in really good shape. Again, another guy, of course, we follow on social media, and this guy's constant workhorse. He's enlisted in the United States military, so much respect to Justin on that.
And now, for the opponent, fighting out of the red corner with a record of 3-4-1. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing 185 pounds. He is fighting out of Gotham, Miami, Oklahoma. For the Bat Cave and Kinetic Architects MMA, he is Harley Batman Hageman.
Okay, so this is interesting. We got Batman versus Captain America.
Right, we've got the DC Comics versus the Marvel Comics here. This is a battle of the ages, Tony.
And Harley looks like he's in good shape too. He looks like he's ready to go. He's 4-3 and 1 as an amateur, so that means he's got a little bit of experience. I'm excited to see how this title fight's gonna go.
Here we go.
Got the bagpipes coming into the cage here.
That's a good walkout song.
Yeah,
it's
it really
like
is.
He's ready for an epic Batman adventure or something, you know?
He's Batman, but he's got a spiderweb tat there on his midsection.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering here.
Fighters show some sportsmanship there. This is going to be a good fight. And here we go.
And this is for the Walkout FC middleweight title, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 to go.
Good, nice outside leg kick by Justin Budd to start the round off.
We're looking for that high head kick.
Justin instantly goes to his wrestling. It's beautiful.
Good dominant side control, keeping a lot of pressure down. Being patient.
Right now what Harley wants to do is get that pressure off of his chin so he can work to posture and get up. Now Justin's moved to mount.
Good job keeping a dominant base here by Justin. Shots are landing.
Good wrist control by Justin Budd right here. He's picking his shots. He's grabbing the arm. He's not going too crazy. Now I think he's looking for that choke. That's across the neck.
It is deep.
That took.
He taps.
That's that, ladies and
That is it.
Justin Budd with the first round rear naked choke.
Captain America, ladies and gentlemen. Been following Justin Budd from his first fight with Walkout FC, and you know this title shot was definitely well deserved. He's put in a lot of time. He's fought the fights that Walkout's put in front of him. As far as I know, he's never turned one down. So it's good to see. It's good to see these amateurs progressing and moving forward and getting these belts.
I mean, beautiful performance by Justin Budd. He utilized his wrestling. He used his pressure real good to get to the mount and ultimately finish the fight with the rear naked choke.
Here we go.
Justin 3-0, our new middleweight walkout champion.
You know, 3-0. new middleweight champ. There's a lot of emotion that goes into these few minutes here after this fight.
Oh, there you go. I don't know if the camera can see that
Says
or not.
in memorial of Kayla Billings. Fly high, sweet angel, I believe is what that says, guys. If I missed that, I'm sorry. Sounds like that fight was in dedication to Kayla Billings.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight was stopped for your winner at 1 minute 14 seconds. So round number 1 by rear naked choke, Justin. Middleweight Walkout champion.
Crowd is excited.
They like a few fighters, but they sure like it.
It's like Mama going, please don't bleed too much.
Got Justin's mother standing here behind me. She is post-nervous breakdown. Tears in her eyes. She's
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Once again, another reminder, Walkout versus Pyramid is just around the corner. That is our first fight of the new year. It's going to be an excellent night of fights. You will not want to miss it. So go like the Walkout FC and Pyramid pages. There's also an event that you will want to see to keep up with all the new announcements, all the new matches that we get set will be shown on those event pages. So definitely do not miss Walkout versus Pyramid. We're going to bring you all the amazing action that these fighters are able to show. The best rosters between Pyramid and Walkout are going to face off versus each other in a winner-take-all battle, January 25th, 2020, John Q. Hammond Center. Do not miss it.
Marshall Kim, I see you. You guys ready for another title fight? How about a super lightweight title fight?
Sorry, shit like that drives me nuts. I gotta fix your collar.
Ladies and gentlemen, first, fight out of the blue corner, Warren Williams.
I see you too, Jody. He ain't even looking. That sounds like creepy clown.
So Warren the Hitman Williams, 3-2. Both his victories came by knockout, and his gym is Tulsa Boxing Club. I'm assuming with his nickname, his record, that he likes to stay on his feet and strike.
Yeah, looks like it. He says that his most notable win is a flying knee victory, flying knee knockout. I'm excited to see Mr. Williams stand up to that.
Williams enters the cage. He'll have the blue gloves on
Right
tonight.
now, for his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Devin May.
Tony, this is one of your teammates, is that right?
Exactly. So I'm excited to see how he does tonight. I'm excited to see if his game plan executes to what we've been working on.
There you go. I like it, man.
All right, boss. Catch up for me.
He has a record of 3-2. Stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. Weighed in at 165 pounds. He is fighting out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. For Tulsa Boxing, he is Warren the Hitman Williams. And now for his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He has a near perfect record of 4-1. Stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. Weighed in at 165 pounds. He is fighting from right here in Springfield, Missouri for Team Fusion. He is Devin Kamikaze May.
All right, if you haven't figured out, Devin Mays, our local fighter tonight with the crowd behind him. Fighters touch glove, round number 1, here we go. Title fight on the line.
The 165-pound belt. Mays establishing a nice right leg kick back there. Walt's got a nice jab.
He does. He's got a really long jab.
So this is a classic striker grappler match. Mays, the shorter fighter, but all his wins have come on the ground. And as we mentioned earlier, Warren has won his with his hands.
Good composure here by Mays. He's got that single.
You can tell Warren's been here before. He's not getting too nervous. He's here, and he's doing everything you need to do in a fight. Cool, calm, and collected.
That's it.
He's got Mays pressed up against the fence right now.
Good scramble.
Get that leg out, Warren. There you go. Keep that leg on the outside.
Devin's got an underhook here, which is allowing him to throw those knees. That's why Warren's trying to straighten back up with him. Good punch off the
Game
right.
plan. Right back to the game plan. Let me get some chops. That's nothing. That's nothing. Hey, chop that leg. Make sure you commit to it. Go. There you go. There you go.
Mays is stunned just a bit. Yep.
Oh,
no, knee to the face.
Knee to the face. As amateurs, you can't knee to the face. You can only knee to the body, so may as well get a little time here to recover. Hopefully that's not anything game-changing in the fight.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I hope there wasn't too much damage from that knee there that would make an effect on the fight here.
Now, Williams, a much taller fighter, as he threw that knee. Yeah, it did find its way to the face there. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but certainly could see how that would happen with his length.
Absolutely. And one thing I'd like to point out here, these guys are both amateur fighters, and it's extremely impressive to see the composure here, the athleticism, and the dedication that both of these guys have put in to getting to where they're at today. They're on the fast track to doing something big in their careers, I feel.
It's Mays in his corner smiling, so it looks like he's going to be ready to go here in a minute.
Yep.
What do you think, guys? Should Mays take this to the ground, or should he continue to stay on his feet, or what do you think thus far?
I think Mays should start utilizing his wrestling a little bit. I think he's getting overwhelmed with Warren's punches and his flurries. So if he can get it to the ground and utilize his wrestling, utilize his pressure, I think that he might come out with the win in this round.
There we go. Just kind of go back to what he's really, really good at, right? He's got good strikes. Set those takedowns up with some good strikes and take him into his world, huh? Just got the nod from Mays. Looks like we're going to be back in action shortly. I don't know if the ref saw that.
Mays has 5 minutes to recover, so he's coming back, and I think they're about to start the fight here soon.
There we go. Here we go.
Back to the game plan.
Back to the action. Mays looking a little more light on his feet. Throws a heavy kick. And then you get Warren with those flurries.
Calm down, composure. Composure. Keep that leg on the outside. Keep that leg on the outside. Calm down. Composure. Back to the base.
So Williams' corner keeps telling him to throw a kick right there to the outside leg. He just did it. He's listening to his corner.
Don't keep that leg out there when you kick. Commit.
Good shot. Good right hand by Mays. These guys are both really fast and really explosive fighters.
Chop that leg. Chop the leg. Chop the leg. Chop the leg.
10 seconds left.
Chop the leg.
Mays is doing a really good job when he gets the opportunity. If he feels that those flurries of strikes are getting a little overwhelming, doing a really good job of not going straight back and cutting a good angle to create the space that he needs to get his marbles back, I guess.
That's a difficult first round to call. Just, the break with the foul always makes it a little bit harder too, because you don't have the flow of the entire round to really kind of get a feel for how you would judge that. But a close round in my books. I mean, I don't know who I'd give the nod to, but it's definitely close.
Exactly, very close round. I think the judges are going to go off significant strikes here, so I would give that round to Warren. But if Devin comes out here and he utilizes wrestling, gets some jabs out there, and gets some significant strikes, I think he can go and win this round.
So I can hear Williams' corner on the mic. They have a specific game plan. What they want him to do is chop the legs and throw. I mean, that's what they keep telling him on the corner. They did that the whole first round. We'll see if they continue round number 2.
Here we go.
There you go. Set it up. Nice. There you go. Set it up.
Nice flurry right there, and then he backs up off the action. That gives Mays time to regroup.
Oh, Mays comes back.
I think Mays knows he needs that.
There it is.
Good takedown by Mays. I think Mays knows now in this position he needs to push the pace a little bit. He wants to win this round.
Reach under. Reach under. Come on, reach under.
Mays has got Williams here in his corner, hearing good instructions from his coaches.
Warren, up. Make it a scramble. Scramble, Warren. Make it a scramble. Yeah, there it is. Push. Push.
Good shot.
I think Mays is going to drop back here for a leg lock.
There we go.
Williams cut.
Williams is cut.
He looked up and said something to the referee. I couldn't make it out.
Got that leg lock. Williams is doing a nice job of keeping that foot elevated so he can't get his foot bent all the way. Now it's getting a little tighter. You see Williams rolling over. This leg lock is tight.
That is really tight. Not looking good for Williams here.
You can't let one of those land to the face. That's illegal.
He can hit the body all he wants with these downward heel kicks, but yeah, he cannot let that hit the face. That's a completely illegal shot. And that is tight. Williams is shaking his head no, indicating that he's still okay.
He's basically out.
Yeah, he's safe now.
Keep that pressure there. Warren, keep that pressure. Keep that pressure. Keep the pressure. Keep that up. Scramble, Warren.
10 seconds left in this round.
Pressure, Warren, pressure.
Wow. What an exciting round number 2.
Very exciting round 2.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say that Mays just evened this fight up on the judges' scorecards taking that second round.
Going into round 3, I'd definitely have it scored 1-1.
Excuse me. Sorry.
I didn't catch it, guys. What significant strike was it that landed on Williams that got him cut open like that?
Okay, we have the doc take a look at Williams' eye. He said he's good to go, so we're going to see it in round number 3. So Mays took that to the ground, won that round number 2 as we saw it anyway here at cage side, and fighters touch gloves. Final third round. I think this fight's up for grabs.
Mays goes straight to the wrestling. What he knows. Very good snap down to the mat and coming around to the back.
There it is. Go, Warren. Up, Warren, up. There we go, Warren.
Warren's working a key
He's
lock
got Mays in a
here.
Kimura right here. Good job by Mays to scramble on top.
Absolutely, he's in a good dominant position here.
catches him on the way up.
I think Mays is just catching his breath right here.
Yeah, Warren's corner wants him to back up, so Mays has to stand here. I think you guys are right. He's catching a breath here. There it is.
And they're back to the feet here.
Now you see Mays' hands dropping a little bit. Action right in front of us right here. Heavy right hands from...
Oh, Mays is hurt.
Another right hand, an uppercut, a right hand, a kick to the inside. He's switching it up.
Oh, and it's
This
over.
fight's over. This fight's
Warren
over.
Williams
Wow.
stops Devin Mays. Wow.
Wow.
Our new super lightweight title holder. Wow.
Very exciting title fight.
Man, I thought when Mays took Warren down at the beginning of that third round that he was going to control this entire round. And you got to give Williams credit for getting out of that, getting back to his feet.
Oh yes, Williams had very good scrambling and
Good show of sportsmanship here by Williams.
good sportsmanship by Williams. Over there.
I'll see you there.
Making sure Devin's okay. That's what this sport's about. We go out there, we fight, but at the end of the day, it's all about respect.
That's it.
Good heart by Mays. He knew what he needed to do, and he tried to execute it to his best of his ability. Very good
Absolutely.
heart by these guys.
Absolutely, and I'm sure we're going to see Mr. Devin Mays back in the cage in no time.
Definitely, definitely.
Disappointing for the local fans, but Mays will be back. He'll learn from this. He'll be back in the cage. He's obviously has a very bright future.
Absolutely. You know, with the level that Mays is at, kind of an optimistic outlook here, but sometimes a loss can be the best thing for a fighter at this level, you know. Light a fire underneath you, you know, you like you said, you'll learn a lot from losses for sure. He fought a good fight, and he's going to recover quick, I'm sure, and again, he'll be back in no time.
Okay, up in the cage to the Riz to get our official announcement of the stoppage of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight was stopped 2 minutes, 5 seconds, so round number 3 for your winner by TKO due to strikes and new walkout champion, Warren Williams.
Good job, Deb. Good job, dude. Hey, your hands down. You all right? Yeah, I'm good. You gotta get to your hand. What got kicked? Sorry if I'm in your guys' way.
Seriously. And obviously it pays off.
Ladies and gentlemen, last reminder before this video is over. Walkout versus Pyramid goes down January 25th, 2020. John Q. Hammond Center, Rogers, Arkansas. It's going to be an amazing night of fights. Like I said, we've already been working on several matchups for this card. Your favorite fighters from both Walkout and Pyramid are going to be making appearances, and we're just really excited to bring this excellent night of fights to your attention. The card is just going to be stacked. Like I said, two promotions coming together to set the best of the best in the cage versus each other. It's going to be a fantastic night of fights. So you will not want to miss it. Go like the Walkout FC page and the Pyramid page on Facebook, as we will be putting the matches out on there for you all to see here very shortly. So do not forget this fantastic night of fights from Walkout FC 18, because a lot of these fighters are going to make their appearance on this card, as well as many of your other favorites. So without further ado, here's the main event from Walkout FC 18, Cal Tolbert versus Matt Jackson.
Well, then let's get it started, man. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event, and it's for the lightweight championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready! First, fighting out of the blue corner, Matt Jackson.
Are we ready? No more double fisting for you. Come on now.
Do not forget, we're getting ready to hit the big riskies. Big riskies.
Jackson is coming into this fight 4-4.
Matt Jackson, our first contender into the cage for our light heavyweight championship fight tonight. 4-4, fighting out of Northeast Oklahoma Fight Club out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
He is the 185-pound champion for Top Shelf Entertainment out of Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Got a little too much tape on the gloves there on the hand. Get a little trim job.
Well, I thought we didn't have customers, so. Apparently somebody missed that earlier. Yeah. All right, there you go. All right, lock out. Let's go!
Matt Jackson, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, for his opponent, fighting in the red corner, Cal Tolbert.
Cal Tolbert, Cal's son fought earlier. Logan Tolbert fought earlier tonight. Great fight. Just came up a bit short, but Cal is coming in here at 8-4, a longtime veteran of the Walkout cage, a big fan favorite as well.
Former 170-pound champ. Won that title in a one-night tournament, actually. Came in as a fill-in and ended up taking the entire tournament.
2 fights in one night in that tournament, so Cal's tough and Cal's got some heart.
Absolutely.
Both of these guys have held championships in different organizations, so this should be a really good fight for the title.
You know, it's cool to see Cal not have to cut, 30, 40, 50 pounds in order to fight. He's fighting at a more natural weight class here at 205.
Yeah, it looks like he's fighting at a way more natural weight class, 205. This looks real good on him. At 170, it looks like he was draining himself a lot, and I'm excited to see his cardio in this fight.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Cal at full energy tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, first,
There you go.
he has a record of 4-4, stands at an even 6 feet tall, weighing at 205 pounds. He is fighting out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, for New York fighter. He is Matt Action Jackson. And now for his opponent, he has a record at 8-4, stands 6 feet, 3 inches tall, weighing at 205 pounds. He is fighting out of Cassville, Missouri for RWTB and Springfield Fight Club. He is Cal 300 Tolbert.
Matt Jackson in the blue gloves, Cal Tolbert in the red tape gloves.
I am so excited for this fight here.
Both guys coming out in the orthodox stance.
Cal got clipped with a lead hook there. Spinning back kick from Mr. Action Jackson.
Trading leg kicks here. Shin to shin, I know that hurts. Cal going for a takedown here. He dumps the single leg and he gets Matt to the ground.
Tolbert's still on top here. Can you guys see what he's got there?
I can't see too much. It looks to me like Cal's still working to keep a more dominant position.
Oh, he taps!
I was
Matt Jackson taps.
way off, I guess.
I'm pretty sure he had one hand under the neck. I didn't think it would be able to finish him, but with that strength at 205, he got it done with the one-arm guillotine from the side.
Wow, impressive.
I have never seen something like that before. That is pure strength, guys. Pure strength and technique.
Yeah, I wish we could have got a better view, maybe a floor camera or something to
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
we've
what
got like
happened there.
4 cameras here. I was looking at all the shots. I couldn't really see. We just couldn't see with the cameras what he had there. But obviously, he had something deep. He finished, right?
There we go. Cal Tolbert is the new 205 champ. He is the second fighter in walkout history to hold titles in 2 weight divisions.
And I'm trying to remember, I don't think the Tolberts, when there's been a father-son fight, I don't think there's ever been a night where both of them won. Either the son won and the father lost, or vice versa. And again, that's what happened tonight. Not that that matters or has anything to do with the fight, but just a little trivia there.
Yeah.
Because this is the 3rd time we've seen a father-son Tolbert fight.
Right. So Tony, you've fought Cal before for the welterweight title.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I fought Kyle in April of this year, and really tough opponent, really tough guy.
What did you see different tonight?
Went to the 3rd round and ultimately finished the fight, but very tough.
And new super light heavyweight champion, winner by tap out due to a modified guillotine, Cal Tolbert.
Congratulations to Cal, man. It's always good to see somebody win that you've competed against.
Absolutely. Tony, I don't know about you, but anytime somebody beats me or has beat me in the cage, I become an instant fan, and I want to see that person progress further.
Exactly. Yes. Again, much respect by both guys here. That's what this sport's all about, man. We come, we punch each other in the face, we knee each other to the body, but at the end of the day, it's a sport. We all have families, and we're all trying to do the same thing. So,
well said.
Respect to both fighters.
Well said, man.
Mr. Tolbert, the second ever walkout FC fighter to win 2 titles in 2 different weight classes. The first on commentary over Mr. Jeff Law.
Thank you.
Man, it's incredible. You go 2 weight classes. So you went from 170. You fought a very tough Tony Grant, one of the best fights I've ever seen. Take a little time off. Decided to go 2 weight classes. You come in here, you win the 205 title, man. Tell me about what you thought about the fight.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's hard. And he took my kids to put a good stand up. And I've been working on the ground game. I've been doing really well with those chokes out there. So, I do not want to get beat up. And that's what we're taking down. See, some ones are still from the old school. Take away the punches, change it.
Yeah, and that's pretty true. You've always been more of a stand-up fighter. You showed a little different side of your game tonight. Is that kind of more what we're going to see as you contemplate going pro?
Well, I just kind of think I'm getting a little older and it's a little easier to happen. Get my legs beat up and, it's a little easier.
42 years young, man. You're 42 years young. Your second son walked in the walkout SDK tonight. How'd that make you feel as a father?
I'm so proud of him. That was the best OMO fight I've ever seen. These guys, Brett was all in here. And man, I'm so proud of him. He has no idea how much I love him. I actually have 3 of my kids here. I've been there for all the first fights. And I'm so proud of him. I'm blessed, very blessed. I just thank God.
Well, I'm going to ask you one more question. And I already know the first answer, but who do you want to thank tonight, man?
First, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for dying on the cross and saving my soul. And I want to thank my wife. My wife is such a wonderful lady.
Let's bring the family in here. You guys got to get a picture.
She has a 2-month-old son here. This woman, she is, I don't even have words for how precious she is. She works so hard for each and every one of us and does so much. I can go to work and come home and rest the night. She works around the clock with the baby, changing, doing everything that all of us need. Just good smile. She's so precious. God's greatest gift right here. I also want to thank all of you TV. Springfield Fight Club always helps me get better, and I just can't thank them enough. They're always there, always helping.
Got to get a good picture with.
Definitely want to thank Matt for stepping up and getting in the cage. And I'll tell you what, I'm glad that didn't go 3 rounds because I probably would have been a couple days off work.
Hey, well, let's hear it tonight for our new light heavyweight champion, Cal Sobers. Hey, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks again for watching Walkout FC 18 Battle at the Expo. We had a really good time with that night of fights. Once again, just so excited to see everyone. January 25th in Rogers, Arkansas. It's going to be a fantastic night of fights when Pyramid, the best of Pyramid, takes on the best of Walkout. Can't wait to start announcing that card. So like both Pyramid and Walkout on Facebook. Follow us everywhere that you can because we're going to start announcing some amazing fights. Thank you so much for watching and have a great night.